Hi there, this is a timeless message for the collective, and the topic that I wanted to cover for this message is changing your mindset as you evolve on the twin flame journey. What are some of the things that you want to be prepared for? Because being in the right mindset makes all the difference, and also what you need to do to protect your energy as you evolve and ascend on this journey. Sincere apologies if my voice kind of sounds a little bit off for this message, but I have been going through my own purge recently, and just taking me a long time to recover. Now, you might wonder, okay, why do we need to prepare for spiritual ascension? And the reason for that is, and I think maybe with this example, it could be best explained by, let's say you were standing by the poolside. What big of a difference would it make if somebody came along and just threw you into the water and you were not wearing the right attire to be in the water, weren't prepared for the temperature of the water, didn't exactly know how to swim in the water, versus if you actually had a moment to prepare, check the temperature of the water, see if you wanted to go in a little bit slowly, a little bit faster, or if you wanted to go in at all or not. So your spiritual ascension journey is kind of just like that. It helps to be in the right mindset so that you can, as you experience the changes that you go through on this journey, you could do it with a positive attitude, which would make all the difference in how you get through it. I know we've talked in the past about where this journey really starts, and that is by us going within. But you'll learn as you grow on this journey that you'll have to shed a lot of things along the way. And this is anything from people, places, things, your habits, the food that you eat, drinks that you consume, pretty much everything. So you will find that as you ascend and you become going from a carbon body to a light body, you will change your taste, you will change your habits, and totally come out a new person and a different person out the other end. What does it mean to be in the right mindset? The right mindset is understanding that everything that you're going through is for a higher and greater purpose, and this is going to transform you in the most positive way. As difficult as it is, and the challenges will be difficult as you go through it, once you do come out the other side, you will be so appreciative of everything you've been through. So honor the changes as you go through this, and just surrender to the process is the best way to be. As you focus on going within, you will become so aware of what you need, what to stay away from, who to stay away from, and you'll just need to listen to that guidance for the best and ultimate experience. I will say that this becomes a very, very lonely journey, and there's no running from that. In order for you to really get to know yourself at the soul level, you are going to have to experience the loneliness. So this will mean keeping your transformation to yourself. The epiphanies that you get, the guidance that you're receiving, the messages that you get from your spirit team, you kind of need to keep that to yourself, unless the guidance is for you to openly share this information with other people, such as you getting involved into coaching and now coaching others along the process, because ultimately twin flames being a larger part of healers, way showers, star seeds, we're all here at this time as the earth is going through a massive planetary shift. We are all here just serving humanity. That is your ultimate goal and purpose as you evolve and ascend as a twin flame. So if you've got some really close friends that you were open with about your twin flame journey, you're gonna need to stop sharing, because this journey is not the same as your other journeys, as, soulmates, karmic partners that you might have been with, where you openly shared everything you were going through. As you ascend on your spiritual journey as part of your twin flame evolution, you are going to need to stop sharing all of that information and just keep it to yourself. You will find your friends that you were very close to, family members, extended family members that, you were so comfortable with once upon a time. As you grow and evolve on this journey, you will find that you can no longer be in their presence, and you will get your instincts telling you that you need to avoid certain situations and places, and you'll just need to trust that guidance, because as much as you would love to be in the same space that you were in the past and keep those same relationships, you are no longer that same person. You are now evolving, and you will need to do whatever you need to do to protect your energy. You have to realize that you are now going through a process and a journey that most people, the average person that you deal with in day to day, does not and will not understand the depths of what you're going through. So you really need to keep that to yourself and just focus on just evolving by yourself on this journey. Again, we're taking what we knew to be a very external process prior to you stepping into this journey and making it an inward journey. So therefore, less sharing and more of just keeping things to yourself. Unless you come across people that are on this journey. For example, you may find twin flame forums, you may find, online communities, people going through the same thing. That's a little different. But I'm just talking about your best friends, your close family members, those that do not understand this journey. As you go through an energetic shift, naturally, you will find a lot of people will fall away from you. You have to be prepared not to take that personally. Just remember that everything that's happening is for your highest and greatest good. This journey is going to make you more of who you truly are at the soul level. It'll make you more authentic, more truthful, and you will start to emanate that truth and authenticity outwards. And the impact it's going to have on people around you is either they'll love you for it or they may hate you for it. I can speak from my personal experiences. As I was evolving on this journey, a lot of people started to show up and, come towards me to let me know how much they loved my energy. Everybody just kept using the word energy, and they couldn't really quite explain anything beyond that. But on the other hand, I also started to meet people that would become very upset with me without me even trying. And the more I was trying to converse with them, the more they would run away from me, and the more they would hide. And what I learned in my own journey with that was that as you become this person of light, you will shine light on others. And the average person is not looking for you to shine light on their imperfections. Nevertheless, this is just a very natural process. Whether you do it or not, you end up having that impact. It's the impact of your aura that people are really feeling. So you're just going to need to trust. A lot of will not be verbal, so you will have to pick up on your instincts, listen to your guidance, your gut, and kind of let people fall away as they may, and not share too much about your journey as you move along. The one amazing thing that you will go through on this journey, though, is If you relied on outside connections, so for example, let's say you ran to your friends to talk to them about what was happening in your life and you wanted to seek their guidance and feedback and had an open dialogue about certain things, you will find that you need to just let that go, because you are not open to that same form of criticism, because what you're about to go through now is very different than your average day-to-day situations that you used to discuss with your friends and family. So you will need to rely on yourself more, your own internal guidance more, versus the outside voices. This will become, unfortunately, a very lonely journey. However, it's a process and a transformation you must go through in order to shift and in order to come out the other side. So just once again, honor these changes and just accept them as they come. Now, the other pieces that will come with it is you changing your eating habits. I am not a huge coffee drinker, I will say. I only used to have the average one coffee per day, if that. But somewhere along my journey, coffee became so bitter for me that I could not handle drinking it anymore. If I did still attempt it, because, the aroma just sucks you in and you really feel like you need to have it, I would have a coffee only to realize that it was the worst thing I had done to my body. The aftertaste of coffee would hang around for hours and I just couldn't get rid of it. So, I tried to fight it for a little bit, but eventually I knew it was time to let coffee go. And I had to replace it with milder cups of tea. I shared this before, but I went through periods of, just wanting a lot of fruit, and actually that's all I wanted. Smoothies and fruit and water. And that is your body trying to purge some of the older things and trying to get rid of it as you go through this process of becoming a lighter body. Just to put everything into perspective, I wanted to share a famous quote by Albert Einstein that says, "Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics." This famous quote by Einstein is actually so relevant on the twin flame journey or any ascension journey and a spiritual journey, because literally what is happening to you as you evolve and grow and changing in frequency and going to higher states of consciousness, you will find that your internal world now reflects on the outside. Anything that is not in alignment with you energetically cannot and will not stay next to you, because it is not a frequency that matches your aura. Now, similarly, we've talked about if you shift, your twin will shift. It is when you start to vibrate at a frequency that you can attract your twin in, and they've done the work and you've done the work, that you actually come together. And that's how you come back to each other's orbit. So for you to go through this process is going to be absolutely necessary. Remember that we are all energy, and we're purging and shedding to become your new transformed self. You will get a new mindset. You will have to keep a positive attitude, a mind of, constantly being in the state of gratitude. You will develop new hobbies and a totally new way of living. So if you have some mental preparation, knowing what's up ahead, you will find it much easier to go through this process. People going through a spiritual journey, and especially as a twin flame that, you're already dealing with, I don't know what's happening to me. I've met this individual. So you go through these highs and lows of what you're going through, trying to figure out what you're going through, and then you get hit with the emotional side of things, the physical changes, the physiological changes, the biological changes. So it does help to be in the right mindset. You can't expect to be your old self and call it a transformation. So if you're prepared for what's up ahead, you will find it easier to get through. In case you're wondering, why is my body going to change? A twin flame journey, as you do the ascension, and especially when you go through Kundalini, oh my God, you go through all sorts of changes, such as, weight loss. For some people, unfortunately, weight gain. You may have breakouts on your face and your skin, a lot of physical pain in your body. It is going to vary for everybody. It just depends on the healing that needs to be done within your body, where you are at what phase of the journey. And definitely if you're resisting, it is much harder to get through this journey if you are in the phase of resistance, because you're not allowing your body to naturally do what it's going to do regardless of if you like it or not. So it's just a matter of, can you surrender to the process? And that's why I'm talking about mental preparation, because if you can get to a place of mental preparation, when this happens to you, it'll be that much easier to just surrender to the process and let it happen. The frequency at which we vibrate aligns us with what can stay in and out of our orbit. So you actually go through all of these changes because it allows us to become a lighter body, and therefore we are going through an expansion of consciousness, and also it allows us to vibrate at a level, at a different frequency. So again, why are we going through all these changes? Is because more light needs to enter our body. We're going from a carbon body to a light body. If you want a more detailed explanation on this, this is something you can just easily search up. But during ascension, you are essentially going from a carbon body to a light body. This allows us to vibrate at higher frequencies. So it's very necessary for our body to go through this transformation and these physical and internal changes, and a lot of the purging needs to happen so that the shadows can leave and the lighter body can emerge, and then we can actually expand our consciousness. This shift is going to be painful, uncomfortable. However, it's going to have a profound change on you at a cellular level, and it's going to be very transformative when you come out on the other side. Just keep reminding yourself that this journey is something that's happening for you and not to you. If we stay in the state of victim mentality, it is going to be very hard to get through this journey. However, if you can stick to your positive attitude, that will help bring you out on the other side, and much easier for you to get through. Building those practices of meditation and other hobbies that you can along the way that help you get through this process will be what support you as you go through this journey. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this was helpful. God bless.